Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you some of my artwork, and I don't know if people know this, but I'm going to school for art and I'm doing illustration, so I thought I'd show some of my stuff and so you could see kind of what my real life sort of stuff is all about. Okay, so I'll just show you a few. This is something I just did on my spare time, kind of not that long ago, but it's just this girl, glasses. And this is watercolor and pen. Yeah, ink. India ink I use. So yeah, there's up close of the hair. And this is on sort of like this fiber paper for watercolors. So the mediums I use are usually watercolor and ink. Yeah, so that's one thing. Here's some, these are kind of things I just do and then I never really finish, but they're sort of like ideas or unfinished pieces. This is also watercolor and pen, ink. Here's up close. So as you can see, the background's just white, and I always do the person and then I'm like, I don't know what else to do really, or I get bored of it or something. But yeah, so that's another one. And these literally, they don't even take me that much time. My artwork's never really like, I work on it for days and days, because that's what they usually look like, is they're kind of unfinished, but I need to be better at that. I really like this one. This is just pencil. So it's kind of, it's this girl, she's sitting by a window, and there's, you know, an up close of what's outside, her skirt, her face. So yeah, that's one I really like. And then this is another thing I did just for fun, kind of like Lady Gaga looking. I don't really like the background. Again, I don't know what to do with backgrounds sometimes, so I just kind of did this weird stuff in the back. But there's like an up close. This is kind of like mod, really like clean lines. This is just ink also. Okay, so this stuff is more completed because I did this in school when I was in high school for my my art class, and it was a really advanced art class, and we had to do a theme, and mine was sort of warped fairy tale, kind of real life but weird also, if that makes sense. It's not even really a theme, but anyway, so this is one. I didn't really like this one the most, but it's this couple, and they're at a party, and you can see that in the background there's picture frames, and each thing has a blindfold on, and you can see there's kind of an up close thing. And these, I did these so long ago, so these aren't as, I mean, this is sort of, I think my stuff has been better more recently, but anyway, that's one of them. This is colored pencil and ink, actually. This isn't watercolor. So this wood took really long. Anyways, here's another one. This is watercolor and ink, and I liked doing this one because it was a lot of watercolor. And yeah, so that's what it looks like up close. And a lot of the people in this kind of look like me. Like this girl, this was actually supposed to be sort of me. And I have a lot of rabbits, which is really funny in my artwork. And this is kind of off topic, but I've always had rabbits in my life for some reason. And I even call my boyfriend Bunny. And anyway, so it's always kind of funny because I've always had this weird ongoing thing of rabbits in my life. But anyway, so yeah, this one's all watercolor and ink, mostly watercolor. Again, here's another detail. And I did it, I make a lot of my figures really skinny, and it's not like I love anorexic looking people, it's just they're cartoonish, they're not supposed to be really realistic, and I really like that kind of weird, lanky, almost, she sort of disappears into this tree, like you can't even see her arm. It's just barely there. And so that's kind of what I like about that. This is another one. This is pencil and ink. Okay, so this is a forest. Oops, kind of crooked. And there's a girl, and she's picking an apple off the tree. And it's the only thing that's colored in the whole thing is red. And it's red. Oops. And two of the trees have faces. So yeah, that's one of them. This one I really like. This was one of my favorites. Even though it's just black and white. But again, I really like using just black and white in some of my things. Okay, this one took me really long. This one is in a train station. Kind of like a metro in Paris looking style. And each of these bricks on the side, like the green, I did, and they're little rectangles. I don't know if you can see, but it took me forever because I colored in each one. And I was just dying by the end of this one. So it's this little clown, and he's holding a little picture of another clown girl. I don't know if you can tell, but he misses her. It's just sort of a funny, weird kind of surreal. Like if you like, this is something really weird you would see in like a metro. Just this little clown guy that's just happens to be there. So that's another one. This is another one. I was really into making all these girls that I draw have some kind of animal thing on them. Like this girl has antlers, and this girl had like bunny ears, which I'll show you again. So this girl has antlers. This is colored pencil and ink. So the background took forever to color in. But yeah, that's the girl. Whoops. And there's a little cuckoo clock and her antlers. So this one was kind of annoying because a lot of it was just me coloring in the background because these things didn't take as long, but anyway. This one is one of the first, this is the first one I did for this whole collection of them, and it was before I even really knew I was going to do this. I did it like over summer before school started, and it kind of was like the one that created the theme. And it's this girl, and she has cat ears, and she's like standing in the middle of a street. I don't know if you can see, but the background is little shops and kind of a weird town that you would never see but in maybe a fairy tale. Yeah, so this is all ink and pencil. And lastly, this one's just black and white, and it's long, and it's this girl. She's just really long, and she has a bird cage on her head, and she has this kind of skirt that's kind of like a cage also, and she's holding the bird, which should be in the cage, but it's not. So all of my stuff, people always ask me what I'm inspired by, and I don't really know exactly. A lot of these things, I just sit and I think of something I want to draw, and I draw it. And a lot of my inspiration, I guess, is fairy tales, you know, like stories and storybook things, movies, but all of this comes from my head. I don't look at something and draw it. I'm really bad at that. I can't draw from life. So all of these things, I don't look at anything for a reference. Like a table, I don't look at tables for references. I just draw what, for example, like if I thought of a table, I would just draw it. That's all. That's what I do. I can't really look at something and draw it. It's impossible for me. So I think, yeah, this has really sort of been my style for quite a while, so I think it's probably, I mean, I know that art, your style changes over a lot of time, And mine probably will, I mean, after a while, but I think I've been drawing like this for a really long time, so yeah. So thanks for watching.